Dr. David Rosenstein, and he'll be talking about his own organization here in Southern California, which is bringing opportunity for sustainable urban agriculture.
My initial DR, but I am definitely not a doctor. Thank you. Maybe someday. Actually, my grandfather said I'm a dropout, and so you got your PhD, so I'm working towards it. But I am an urban farmer. I've been growing for about 10 years full time in Los Angeles, and I grow basically every method besides a conventional in-ground row crop. And hydroponics, aeroponics, aquaponics, bioponics, and my favorite being aquaponics. And it's fun to be here with Radu, who's actually we met several years ago on, I think of it as a yacht in the Pacific, but really it was just a research shuttle bus from Long Beach to Catalina, where the Wrigley Institute exists. And I've been a stalker of his for a long time because of my passion around aquaponics being sort of an attempt to have a regenerative agricultural mindset or permaculture mindset. How do you have these fish and plants working together, but it's not fully regenerative if you have external inputs, and what are those inputs, and ultimately it's got to feed the fish. And so I've been obsessed with bugs and insects for a long time, and following that work. But in the spirit of just actually talking, my first time ever talking about actually photos, I just thought I'd tell you a little story, and maybe just 3 or 4 minutes, just give you a kind of different perspective on what you heard today, hopefully not too controversial. Thinking about alternative proteins, and I keep remembering these things. I grown about 200 of them varieties. They're called vegetables. Anybody ever heard of those things? Yeah. So I want you guys to know right now that you've all been lied to, and not intentionally. It's not a rigged system. It's just that actually it is. Everything you know about health and nutrition has been rigged for one thing, and that's to maximize wealth around a few companies that actually control our food system. And the idea that you need to eat a lot of beef or you need to eat a lot of animal products or dairy, I mean, those are flat lies. They're the root cause of most of the diseases that we eat. Just know that everything you eat and all diseases that were affected, non-communicable diseases, are affected by what you eat or what you don't. What you eat or what you don't can discern disease on or off. And that has to do with the conversation about alternative proteins. To me, the alternative protein today, the most radical thing I can say to you is eat broccoli. Potatoes, and there's a long list of things, including legumes, they're known. And I'm not talking about peas and pea protein. I'm talking about lentils and rice. Together, that there's billions of people who survive just fine on these most fundamental crops. That's not to say that we don't want improved proteins, and that there isn't a place for everything you heard about today. It's all extremely relevant. I just want you to know the idea that you have to eat the food pyramid. If you do that, you will die young or spend money on the hospitals. But for me, after being 10 years of growing every thing you guys consume, including exotic varieties, my favorite thing these days to talk about is something called industrial hemp. Right? And to me, it has the most nutritionally balanced protein there is. It has all the omegas. And it has all the fatty acids. You'll be hard pressed to find that you're not equally or more greater satisfied in terms of taste and experience, and all the other benefits in terms of water efficiency and everything that people care about, buzzwords are there. But by the way, if you're a consumer and you're putting the grain on your cereals or the oil in your smoothies or the powders in your burgers, whatever that may be, just by consuming this, you're creating a market for this product, and that product is directly applicable to every single thing in this room. Okay, what I mean is the walls, the floor, the carpet, the tables, the plastic chairs, the electricity that is conductive. I mean, it's the most transformative plant that we've ever experienced, and it'll touch every single person's life in this room, whether you directly participate or not. It is simply unavoidable. And the reason why we're coming out of an end of prohibition is because it is so transformative, but also disruptive. It'll disrupt energy. It'll disrupt pharma. Those two things control about a third of our economy right there. It'll disrupt agriculture, and if we're careful, we might just reverse the damage we've done to this thing called climate change because it's carbon negative, and that the entire planet is made of carbon, and 100% of the planet is used these days, whether it's for fiber for clothing, whether it's for fuels for well, actually, the batteries are not carbon negative, but the batteries that you can make from them, the supercapacitor batteries are. And I'll just give you a little tip. Some guy named Elon Musk, he created this thing called the Tesla, and he built the largest building in the world called a Gigafactory. And congratulations. Did anybody know what his original PhD program was in? Biodegradable batteries. This guy, like, you can Google it, he was at Stanford, and he dropped out to go start an internet company, which ultimately led him to start this battery company, and all its other things. But eventually, you heard it here first, the Gigafactory will be converted into a hemp factory, a hemp battery factory. So we have a farm down the road, we call it the Giga Farm, so someday maybe Elon Musk will come by and take a look at it. But the idea that there's a lot of research about how to do all these alternative everything, synthesize anything, including, actually, there's people right now in Washington, D.C. who are excited about making a synthetic hemp. We're making hemp CBD, synthetic CBD, for example. And I find that to be counterproductive because you don't get the benefits of carbon sequestration, what have you. And also, the idea that if you just isolate a single molecule, that somehow the body knows what to do with it. If I was going to drop out of all this work and just get rich, I would make a bumper sticker called "Biology Happens." Right? That's my get rich quick scheme. And the idea that biology happens is just an idea that we don't really know anything about life. Okay, this is just a fact. We know we take a spoonful of soil. There's 10,000 unique life forms in there, and we can identify how many percentage. Does anybody know? Okay, I'd say it's 1,000. Let's say we're lucky. And even if you could identify half or all of them, we have absolutely no idea how they interact with each other. So the idea of isolating something for human consumption and then saying that it was going to be readily available, like I think called a multivitamin, is just not really understanding how the body works. So all I want to say is be excited that we're in a new era and a prohibition where the most sustainable alternative protein exists. It's called hemp, and it's available everywhere. And consume. Thank you.
All right.